Hello everyone. Now I'll be showing you how to do a lab 2 of your system analysis and design course. So in order to start doing the lab, you need to navigate to your course website and go to your lab 2. So lab 2 is development and integration of CIS systems components. So here you can find variant numbers for various class IDs. So you need to select your variant based on your class ID. You can find the lab assignment here. You can just click on this. Okay. So this lab primarily deals with three parts. Like in the first part, we'll be developing an online database using PHP MyAdmin. In the second part, we'll be developing a web-based GUI using Microsoft Expression Studio. And in the third part, we'll be integrating both these components using PHP programming language. Okay, so first you need to identify your variant based on your class ID. So over here you can find the variant number 1, variant number 2, variant number 3 and variant number 4. So you need to identify your variant based on your class ID. And in the first part, as we have discussed, we need to create an online database on Playground server using PHP MyAdmin TBMS. So in this database, we need to create at least 4 tables like students, courses, terms. So and with at least 10 rows or that is 10 instances in each table. Okay. Also on your course website, you can find an example. Like an example, you can just click here to view the lab 2 outcomes example. So this is the overall online database design. So these are all the tables that have been created. Okay, so these are the tables. So in the courses table, we can see that these are the various columns and these are the instances. Like we have discussed earlier, we need to create at least 10 instances for each table. Similarly, this is the terms table with instances, students table with instances, majors table with instances. Okay, so you need to create online database with several tables and instances. Okay, now let us see how to create that using PHP MyAdmin. So first you need to navigate to Google and then in the URL bar just type playground.bradley.edu/register. Click enter. Okay, so it's telling that the location is this, so just copy this, just paste this over here, click enter. Okay, so now it takes us to a page where it's asking us for username and password. So you should enter your BUID. So my BUID is this and you should enter your BUID password. Okay, so next just click on login. Okay, so now since I already exist on this server, it's telling that my SQL database, this is my username, already exists on this server. But however, I forgot my password, so I'll just reset my password. Okay, so this is my password and this is my username. So your username will primarily be the same as your username, but with a S underscore preceded. Like it will be S underscore and your username. Okay, so I'll just copy my password. Okay, and then I'll just click on PHP MyAdmin. It navigates us to the Welcome to PHP MyAdmin page. So you can see this is my username, like S underscore and my BUID. And the password is what I've copied earlier. I'll just paste it. So which was a randomly generated password. So I'll just click on go. Okay, now it takes us to PHP MyAdmin homepage. Over here you can find an option called change password. If you like, you can just change your password because the password which I've entered earlier, it was a randomly generated password. If you want, you can change the password as you wish. Okay, but I'll just carry on now. So here you can see my username like S underscore Varit Reddy, and if you just expand this, you can see all the tables which exist under my username. So since I've already created these tables, you can find them over here, but since when you log in, you'll be a new user, so there won't be any tables under your username. It'll be empty and only you can find the new option. Okay, now let us see how to create these tables. So I'll be showing you how to create 1 or 2 tables so that you can just follow the same process. Okay, so first I'll create a table called term. Okay, so terms. Since I already have a table called terms, I'll just create a table called term. Okay, so I already have it, so I'll just drop it and then I'll create it. Okay. Oh, now I'll show you how to create a new table. So just over here you can find an option called new. Just click on this. and here you can enter table name. So I already have a table called terms, so for this new table I'll give the name term. So I'll just enter term. Okay, and these are the column names. So for my term column, the names which I'll be giving are name, the column names. So the type, it's varchar, and I want the length to be 32. Next, I want one more column which is called term ID. So the type will be int and the length will be 3. I want one more column called year. So the type will be int and the length or value will be 4. Okay, so these are the 3 columns which I want in my term table. So now that I've entered these values, I'll just click on save. Okay, so now these columns have been inserted into my term table. Okay, now let us see how to insert the records or instances for these columns. So before doing that, I also want to select this term ID as a primary key. So you can, like, on this column you can just find this primary key symbol. You can just click on this. So at last you really want to execute to add primary key for term ID, just click on OK. Now I've created the table with these 3 columns and I've added term ID as my primary key. Now I want to add instances to this table, so just click on insert. Okay, now I want my first term to be spring semester, like this is the name of semester 2018. You can just enter 2019 or anything as you wish, and the term ID I want this to be 1 and the year I want this to be 2018. Okay, so let us add one more record. So I want the second thing to be May interim 2018 and it's 1. Okay, I want the term ID to be 2 and the year to be 2018. Okay, so I'll just click on go. Okay, so it's showing like it's going to, you can see over here that 2 rows are inserted. You can just click on once again insert to add several other instances. So for instance, I want May interim 2018 2, term ID 3, year it's once again 2018, on go. Okay, so now you can see 1 row is inserted, like my new instance is inserted. Similarly, you can insert all the 10 instances by clicking on insert go. Now if you just click on the term, so you can see this, these 3 are the instances which I've just entered. So similarly, you can enter all the instances for your tables. Okay, so if you want to delete a particular instance, for instance, I want to delete this May interim 2018 2, I can just click on this delete. So it will ask me, do you really want to execute this delete option? You can just click OK. Now you can see that this record has been deleted, like the May interim 2 is deleted. Okay, similarly, you should create all the tables. Okay, I'll show you how to create one more table. So I'll show you how to create a courses table, but since I already have courses, I'll show you how to create a course table. So I'll just click on new. Okay, so the name is course. I'll just give it as course since I already have a courses table, and the columns are, I want course ID to be my first column, and I want it to be integer and the value length to be 3. The second column I want it to be course department. I want the value to be varchar and I want the length to be 5. Next we have course section. Want it to be integer and the value to be 3. Next, course number. I want it to be integer and the value to be 3. Okay, so I want few more columns. So in order to do that, you can just click on go over here. If you can find this go, you can just click on this. So you'll see that one more column has been inserted. So I want term column, and I want the value to be, I want it to be varchar, value to be 32. I want one more column, so I can just click on go, and I want it to be term ID int and I want the value to be 3. Okay, so this is the table I want to create, so I just click on the save. You can see that this course table has been created with all the columns which I want, and I want course ID to be a primary key. I'll just click on primary. Okay, so now I can add instances to this table as I've shown you earlier for the term table. You can just click on insert. You can just add the values as we have done earlier. Okay, so this is how we create the tables. Okay, I'll show you instance. So I'll show you how to add one instance. So course ID, I'll select it as, okay, I'll give it as a 1. Course department, I'll enter it as CIS. Course section, I'll enter it as 1. Course number, I want it as 591. So term, I'll give this as spring semester 2019. And the term ID, I'll enter it as 8. Okay, this is because the term and term ID, you should get this information from your terms table. Make sure you enter this correctly as you have given in your terms table. So I've given the spring semester 2019 as 8. The term ID for spring semester 2019 is 8 in my terms table. So I've entered accordingly in this courses table as well. So make sure you enter it correctly. And then I'll click on go. Okay, so now you can see that one row is inserted. Just click on your course table and my instance is inserted. Similarly, you need to create at least 10 instances for your table. So now I've shown you term table and course table. So similarly, we have to create all the other tables like students enroll table, students table, like everything is pretty much same. You should just need to follow this procedure. Okay, so for instance, now I want to delete a table. So I already have terms and courses, so I'll just show you how to delete this table as well. So now I want to delete this term table. You can just click on drop. So it will ask you if you really want to delete it, just click on OK. Okay, now you can see that the term table has been deleted. I'll also delete this course table. Okay, so just click on drop, click on OK. Now my course table has also been deleted. Okay, so if you can see, I'll just show you the instances which I've created for the courses table. Okay, so these are all the 10 instances which I've created, like with course ID as the primary key. And this is the terms table. Okay, so you can see term ID as the primary key. So as I've told you earlier, spring semester 2019, I've given the term ID as 8. So that's the reason why I've chosen in this. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, so over here, like spring semester 2019, term ID 8. So make sure you enter these values correctly. Okay, so this is how you create tables in your online, like you create your online database using your PHP MyAdmin DBMS. So to continue with the lab, please do follow my part 2 and part 3 videos. Thank you.